Hello, everybody. And my name is Catherine, and welcome to She Reads Tarot. Everyone, this is where you can find your readings, your monthly readings for all 12 signs. I hope everybody is doing well today, and we are about to get into the collective reading. This is going to be a money bomb, y'all. It's been a minute since we've done a career, finance, money reading, and I feel it's a good time to do one. All right, so let's get right into it. Everybody who is new to the channel, please make sure to hit that like button. It does help to bring others into the notification and into the building. Okay, it helps others to be aware that we are here and on, and it helps to grow this channel. And welcome to everyone who is a new subscriber. Please make sure to hashtag win in the comment section. Please hashtag win in the comments. That's all you have to do to be entered in your chance to win a free personal reading with me, a 3-question reading. I will be announcing the winners on the 1st of the month. I just need at least 5 subscribers to enter. All right, so hashtag win in the comment section. And there you go. Please check out all my other readings. My readings on this channel are timeless. I do monthly readings as well for all of the signs, but all of my readings are timeless. They could be past energy, present, or future predictive. Okay. All right. So, money bomb. This could be regarding your finances, your career, okay, your balance in your checking account. This could be a gig that you are working on the side. This could be information regarding, leaving your job or going to shifting careers. Some of you could be going back to school, but this is all about your career, your finances, and your money. Okay. All right. Let's get started. Tell us about the collective. What clarity, what guidance, what messages regarding finance and career and money do we have for the collective? Holy Spirit, angels, and guides. Tell us about the collective. Past, current, and future energy. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides. Tell us about the collective, please. Spirit, interest, and God. Yes, about the collective. Spirit, interest, and God. Yes, what they need to know regarding their money. Spirit, interest, and God. Okay. Past, current, future energy, what collective, what is the collective need to know. All right. Let's go ahead and get started, and then we will just. All right. So we have power here. First, I saw mind control. That was that first card that wanted to show itself. So you may have been in a position of power. You may have been a manager. Some of you may have been running your own company. This talks about focusing on your needs. You have the power to take control of your life, career. So there was some ability that you had to run your own show. Okay. So, like I said, some of you may have been a manager, you may have had your own business. Okay. We have transformation here, changes the natural order of things. Don't be afraid of the unknown. So, some of you all have experienced some sort of change when it came to your finances. I feel like some of you may have gone from working for yourself to working for someone else. I feel like there was some sort of huge shift, okay, with transformation. I'm seeing like a tower moment, some sort of a sudden change in the way you operate in a financial perspective. This could also be a situation where, you're used to being the breadwinner, okay, or having some sort of ultimate control, okay, because you had more power, you were more dominant in the situation, and there's some sort of change that is taking place. Okay. And I feel like with the unknown here, there's some sort of moon energy. There's some sort of, I feel like almost like concern for how things are going to be or go because you're used to calling the shots, doing things your own way, or being in control of a situation. All right. So we'll see how that resonates. Now, the current energy, we have flexibility. Okay. This definitely is an energy of you needing to be more flexible in situations where you would normally be more in control and have like an authority over a matter. So again, I'm getting an energy of almost like a I don't, it's almost like a step down. Okay. It's almost like you took a step down. You may even be making less money now in this situation than you were before. Or you may find yourself just having less of a pull in a situation and having to really kind of go uh, in the direction that you are being pulled in, what rather than the other way around. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing an octopus here. So again, there's like many arms. Needing to be flexible, needing to do more. Okay. So now you're doing more. Okay. And also I feel like not in a position where you're the one giving the marching orders. So again, a big transformation and a big shift that is all right. So, hey, sometimes you have to step down before you can step back up again, right? So, let's see where we are here. Independence. Okay, look at that. See? There's an energy of you are wanting, your goal is to be independent in this situation, but I feel like for now you're needing to be flexible because of whatever the situation is. So maybe you got to take on, a side job. Maybe you have to go back to work in the workforce. You got to get out of that cushy position in your office, in your house, in your bungalow, you know, where you never take your pajamas off and all of the things. And now you're having to do more. You're having to be more flexible because things have changed. There's been some sort of change here. We'll see what that is. All right, so moving on to the future. So we have sweet success. You're definitely going to be getting what you want here. I feel like you're moving into a situation that is going to be exactly what you want. I feel like you're having to take a step down from this situation. Maybe you're going from an energy of being in a leadership position, you had all this power, you were in this role, but you really just wanted to not work for others. Maybe you wanted to own your own business. Maybe you wanted to branch out and do your own thing. There's going to be some sort of a shift. Maybe some of you can't just go from being in this position to being in this independence. Maybe you had to be flexible for a while, right? And maybe you had to take a step down, right? There was a shift in the situation, but I'm seeing it leading to something very, very beautiful here. Okay. It says getting what you want, right? You're finally able to get what you want. It's not difficult to get everything you want and enjoy it. Okay. So, although you had to be flexible in this moment, in this current energy, because that's where you are right now, you're being flexible right now. You're doing what you need to do to get to where you want to be, right? So let's see where we are here. Star power. See? Under the deck. This is all about you doing your own thing, stepping into the spotlight. It is all about you now. You are now potentially owning your own business. I see you leaving a company that may have tied you down as far as time and energy and stress level and health wise and your emotional what is it, health, all of the things, okay? And now you're in the position that you want to be in, okay? So I am seeing you guys going from an energy of being in power, in this position of power. So I feel like there are others that are under you, okay? But going through a transformation, right? Or you could be in an energy where you are, wanting to be in a position of power, right? Wanting to go through this transformation because that's where you want to be ultimately, and having to be flexible and, be a worker bee and do what you got to do first, right? To get to that point where you're independent, saving your money, you know what I mean? Stacking your chips, doing what you got to do so that you can do everything on your own, right? That's the whole idea of enterprise. That's why people go into business for themselves. Let's see. What is the other energy coming through? We have to pull up the children and responsible here. Yeah. It's almost like an energy of, having to do what you got to do. Okay. It's almost like an energy of going through like you're maturing, right? You start off in this stage, you have to learn, you have to, pay your dues, basically. You know what I'm saying? And once you pay your dues, then you will have that green light. You'll be able to move forward. You have proven yourself able, right, to take and follow directions, stay consistent, and manage yourself and moving on and up, right? You've proven yourself responsible. So I feel like that's ultimately the energy here. You're going through almost like, what is it? Growing pains. It's like this sense of your financial path. Okay. I feel like you guys are maturing when it comes to this. I mean, you don't just start off. I mean, some people are prodigies and they just come in the game, making millions of dollars when they're like 5 or 7 years old. I've seen it. It's a thing. But this ain't that. This is somebody who has had to work hard, right? be pulled in many different directions to the point where they're like, you know what? I want to do this on my own. I want to do my own thing. I can't take this energy of having to do it everybody else's way. I want to do it my own way. And you're going to get it. You are going to get it. So here it is. So let's see. Let's look at the tarot messages here. Let's sit up straight. I have this thing where I'm leaning to the side these days, and I am working on it, y'all. I've been in therapy. I have lots of different therapies that I am doing right now to try to improve my situation, but it's kind of a nerve issue with me. So I'm just trying to slow the progression of, anything more uncomfortable. Because I'm telling you, it's been a journey, y'all. It has been a journey. Anybody that goes through nerve pain and has like chronic nerve issues, I definitely feel for you. Whole new respect. My mom has dealt with it since she was in her 50s, and it has progressed. She is now in her 80s, and she is wheelchair bound, but my mom did not, she was very active, okay, until she was in her mid 40s, and then she just stopped being active. And I'm not going to allow that to happen, okay? Not going to allow that to happen. So I am trying to get myself to a point where I can be active again, because I used to be extremely active. But now, because of the nerve pain and, discomfort, it's found itself as, very difficult. So, but I'm working on that, getting that to a point where I can at least go walking or, do something to build my muscle tone and all of that back up. So, all right, enough about me. Let's talk about power here. All right. Tell me about the collective, please. Tell me about the collective, the transformation. So we have the Four of Wands here. All right. Now, of course, we all think about the Four of Wands in a love situation as someone who is proposing or someone who is being made a promise of a future, right? Yeah. So I feel that there was some sort of a promise made, perhaps, that you would be in a position of power in the past, right? That's what I'm getting. But with the fact that you're now in the position of being more flexible and doing more, I feel like that hasn't happened. So I feel like whatever this promise that was made here, and there being some sort of transformation or a change, it's almost like somebody reneged or they went back on this promise. Under the deck, look, we have the Six of Swords, okay? This is someone who's moving away from a situation, right? They're departing from a situation. They're departing from this promise, right? And I feel like this also represents someone who's leaving something behind and they're kind of accepting their lesson. So taking your L. So I feel like you are at the point now of, you know what? They promised me a position of power. This was a long time ago. There's an energy of things have changed or they have changed on that. There's something that has changed. Tell me about transformation. And it's like you are learning from that situation or you're taking an L here. Tell me about transformation. Tell me about, and we got the Magician, okay? the Magician. So this is an energy of someone who is using their talents, right? Someone who's very determined, right? Using their abilities to change a situation or to manipulate or change a situation. Under the deck, you have the Three of Cups. So this talks about either coworkers, people that were friends, or people that you talk to. There's an energy of people that you are perhaps working with, because we have the Magician and we have these three people, three females. So this could be a team, but there's some sort of change that's taking place. And I'm getting a magician or someone who is using their talents in a way while these people are up here like celebrating or talking or communicating. There's some sort of like friendly or friendship going on. There's some magician that's working behind the scenes. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay. So something is happening behind the scenes, and I feel like in the current energy with you being more flexible and now with independence here underneath the deck, like your overall energy is like, listen, I am just doing what I got to do until I can get the up out of here. Period, point blank, unscathed. Nine of Pentacles is someone who is doing well on their own. Okay. They take care of others and help others. They're, you know what I mean? They're they're experiencing the fruits of their labor. Okay. They've worked hard, and they are, yeah, this is someone in a good position. Don't depend on others. That's what it says. Don't depend on others. And it says be flexible in your methods of how you don't depend on others. So you're going to have to be flexible and do all of these things while you're working on your independence, is what it's saying. Okay. So, because there is something that is going to be shifting or changing, and it's going to put you in a position that was better off than this position of power here, right? Sometimes being in power is not everything that glitters, isn't gold, y'all. I am telling you right now, I have seen so many situations of like positions that I thought that I wanted and was going after, and it was like a red light or a closed door, and I would like cry about it, like, God, I've worked so hard, and you know that I deserve this and that I'm capable. And sometimes God just would be like, yep, but I have better for you. And you're sitting here like, well, what is that? What could that mean? What could be better than, what I want? Right? God is saying, you don't want that, baby. Okay? Because the stress level or whatever else that comes with it is not where I want you to be. I want you to be having sweet success where you're able to taste it. Some people can be in a position of power and success, and they are just as cold and ragged and wretched as ever because they are tired, they're exhausted, they're running around like an octopus. They're doing 10 times the work that they ever imagined. It's not what they thought they were signing up for, but they wanted the title. This is what they wanted, so it's what they got. Something better and everything that you even ever wanted coming. It says get what you want. Okay? Get what you want. That is what is headed. So I'm looking at the future already. Even though I'm sitting in this current energy, getting ready to pull for the current energy, I'm literally focused on this, y'all. Sweet success. I am focused on what I want. Okay. And that's what you should be doing. Right. So let's talk about this flexibility and independence. Okay. Let's talk about being flexible while trying to obtain your independence and doing your best to not depend on others. So I feel like if you're in a situation where you were working on a team with being independent, I feel like you're doing more of your work independently. You are doing more boss You're being a boss. You're doing your own right? So if you are not going to get the star power that you deserve, there's going to be an energy of that's fine. You're already that within your own right. So it's already you're going to manifest that. You're going to manifest it, okay? Out of nowhere. So we're going to see how the success is going to come or what format is going to come. Are you going to have to leave or are you going to be recognized for your talents and your work and your abilities? Right? Because you've had to be flexible. You've had to do more than others, right? It says be flexible in your methods, right? You've had to take a back seat or maybe even some of you be demoted and do more with the same magical talents that you had back here, but others. And I feel like there was something going on here with these conversations. But let's just keep it moving here. Let's get to flexibility. Be flexible in your methods here. Tell me about this octopus here. It says adapt slowly by using versatility, compromise, adaptation, change, etc. Exactly what I said. You're compromising, you're taking an L here for now. But baby, sweet success is getting ready to come and you're going to be able to taste it. And they're going to be able to watch it with the star power. They're going to see it. You're going to be tasting this success while they're watching you eat it. Do you understand? Flexibility. Tell me about flexibility. You have the star. See? Look at this. There's an energy of this, you know, you're a star in the situation, but I feel like currently there's an energy of you either taking a back seat or, you know, paying your dues, whatever it is. Like anytime somebody goes into a situation, I know where it's like, okay, you have come up, right? Because you're here, but we're going to have you pay your dues before we really recognize you as being here. Okay, whatever the little humiliation ritual that you are having to endure in this organization or with this team or this situation you've entered into, I feel like it's ridiculous, but okay. With the star, this is someone who knows they are definitely hopeful of what's coming for the future. I said that you are focusing on the future here. The star is all about that. You are not tripping off of all of this BS that you're having to do on the back end because you know you're worth far more, right? But okay, I'm going to do that. I'll do what you want me to do for now. Underneath the deck, look, Eight of Swords. Energy of being stuck or held back, right? So there's an energy of someone who wants to hold back your star power. They don't want you to get your shine on. This is what it is. There's some very immature individuals that you're dealing with, children, and you're sitting here responsible, ready to go, ready to move forward, ready to do what needs to be done. This organization should be focusing on those that are ready to grind, not those that are ready to focus on holding others back. That's BS. I don't want to hold anybody back. Even if somebody needs training, even if somebody needs some assistance, some, additional loving, in an organization. There are ways to go about that, but being immature about a situation, I feel like talking about someone behind their back, which is I feel going on, we're going to clarify, but I feel like that's going to be highly unnecessary. That is not the way to go, but you're going to be standing on your own. And I feel like with independence, not only standing on your own, but your work is also going to be able to show for itself because you, number one, you didn't get any help because they wouldn't help you. They didn't want to help you. And when they did try to help you, I feel like there's an energy of trying to really hold you back. There's something that's shady about this situation. But let's see. Tell me about independence. You're going to start doing things on your own. Tell me about independence, please. Because of this magician and this Three of Cups, I'm telling you right now. There's some friends that are like up to something. Look. Seven of Wands. See? Defensive. You are not just doing things independently because that's the way this team or organization is set up. I feel like it's set up for people to work together, but I feel like in this situation, you are having to watch your back. You are having to defend yourself because there are people that are coming at you with ulterior motives and they're attacking you. So you're working on your own because you have to. It's a defensive move for you. Under the deck, the queen, no, the king of pentacles, the protection. Oh my God. Tell me, you're protecting that coin, baby. You're protecting yourself. You are standing up for yourself by working independently in this situation because there are people here that want to hold you back. They want to hold your star power back. They know you're a star and they hate you for it, baby. They hate you because of it. Tell me about sweet success. Oh my gosh, that just jumped out. So we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, look at this flexibility. Flexibility has gotten you everything you want. Do you understand me? Being flexible and doing what all of these, puppet masters were telling you to do. Like they were telling you to tap dance, now bend over backwards, now do a cartwheel, now go into the splits, do the electric slide, do and you're like, well, damn, I got to do all of that just to prove myself. Like, what are the others doing? But you did it. You did it. You were flexible. And under the deck, look, the devil. The devil. Okay. There are people that are, I feel like, obsessed with seeing you dance around, right? But what's funny and what they don't realize here, we got the Five of Swords here, and we have the Queen of Pentacles here. T for them, right? When you absolutely do not their energy. You see what I'm saying? This is going to completely throw them off. They're going to be completely afraid of your response because your response is going to be this Queen of Pentacles. Calm, cool, and collective. Just your regular, compassionate, caring, loving self. That's what I love so much about those of you who do come to my channel and y'all leave y'all comments. They are so beautiful. The emails that I get from you guys, um, you know, when I do personal readings for you guys, just the energy and the friendship level and the emails that we do send back and forth because we have to like book the reading. You send me your questions. If you guys have other questions, then I answer those like prior to the reading. So we build a little bit of a rapport, right? We build a rapport and the love that comes from y'all is ginormous. And I feel like that is radiating throughout this reading because I feel like, honestly, with this devil energy and this Five of Swords, like I feel like these people are playing mind games with you. That whole back and forth, that was they knew you were headed for success. That's what it was, right? They knew you were headed for success, but you're not repaying their energy, right? You're not repaying them with their energy. And I feel like it's going to show up. Like this is what people are going to see. You have the Ace of Swords. So this is clarity. People are going to see things for the way they truly, truly are here. Tell me about star power. Stepping into the spotlight. You are about to step into the spotlight. So all these cards came out. Y'all, the sun is at the end and the Three of Wands is at the beginning. You have the Seven of Swords and the King of Wands. Like there was some sort of deceptive plan that was happening behind your back with the Five of Pentacles. There's an energy of you being alienated. You were kept on the outside of a situation, right? But with the Page of Cups here, the Ace of Wands, the King of Cups, there's going to be some sort of a separation. I also feel like the Ace of Wands is you taking action and moving away, moving on, because you have seen the truth here with the star. So I feel like things are going to happen here. Tell me about star power. You're about to step into the spotlight. Ooh, y'all, this Three of Pentacles here. Now, this talks about people that are like now wanting to pool together. Now, people are wanting to work with you. That's interesting, y'all, that this card came out. That you're stepping into the spotlight, now people are going to show up wanting to help, wanting to assist, wanting to, act like they're being a part of your glow up, but that's not the case. You were a magician way back here, y'all, but there were people that were trying to stop you with that Eight of Swords. Under the deck, the Three of Wands. See, now that you're going somewhere, now that your glow up is happening, now that you're moving away, expanding, growing, right? Now that you're leaving them behind, right? There's an energy of now they want to come and be helpful. Now they want to plan for the future and they want to work together with you, but I feel like you're going to stop that. You're listen, you're about to leave them behind and out in the cold. So things are about to glow up for you in this team situation or this workplace environment, because that's what's happening here. You may even end up leaving altogether and being a boss in your own right. The King of Wands is a boss. The King of Wands is a leader. You may even end up getting a leadership position and expanding despite those who were trying to hold you back. So blessings are coming to you, y'all. Blessings are coming, okay? Please like this video, share, and subscribe to the channel, you guys. You can book a reading anytime you guys feel free. The link is in the description box below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.